Hey, here's Joe again, and welcome back to Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice, where we are going for Valravn, not Hellraven. Would be a fine name too, but that sounds more like... Why did we spawn here and not where the game saved? And did it get the save point right after? Weird. At least we didn't get to hear the talk again. Sounds more like a sound of... Truth says there's always another route. I read that in the subtitles because the game hasn't reached that point in the audio yet. Okay.
Find your own path. There's a different way.
Ah, now it would have said, like I'm already there. Better room. Pretty obvious.
He's too fast.
Oh god. Wrong button. Wanna kill this one. I pressed buttons.
Watch out! He can anticipate your moves. You can do it. You're close.
Go behind him. I still need to learn the fighting style of this game.
Too slow.
I'm pushing the wrong buttons every time. And sometimes I just need some more space in between. Hey! I pressed the buttons and I wasn't too slow. This timing was fine before.
Finish this. Finish him.
Okay, and we did it. That's where I came in, that's where we can continue. Yeah, we found this one now, which we can read. It's DM.
The Northmen say that Odin and his brothers killed Ymir, and that the world of men was formed from his corpse. They made his bones into stone, and his flesh into
Yeah,
earth,
that's what happened to
and his
him, yeah.
blood into the salt sea. They set his skull to be the bowl of the sky, with his brains for clouds. Odin and his brothers caught the sparks flying from Muspel and made them into stars. And to protect the new world from the giants, they used Ymir's great curving eyebrows as walls.
It's hot in here, sorry. Good. We've never once found them out of order, so I don't know whether it just automatically gives us the things in order. Also, it might have been on purpose that it made me second guess myself on having missed some.
Do you know what it's like to leave everything behind? Your home, loved ones, to head deep into the wilds, perhaps never to return. Senua does. Because when darkness speaks, it changes everything. Turning home into a foreign land and loved ones into strangers. Exile makes sense when you realize that you were never really home in the first place.
These circular patterns just draw me in to test them.
The Northmen say you must sacrifice in order to receive. They tell how the runes were revealed to Odin only in sacrifice. He hung himself from the world tree, and he stabbed himself with a spear, and he
He
dedicated
also
the sacrifice
did lose his
to
eye on
himself.
purpose.
For 9 nights he hung on the tree without food or drink, and at last he saw the runes below him. He gave a cry, and gathered them in his mind and learnt them. Then he fell from the tree.
That's how he invented the written language. At least that's the story. Okay, we need to further on that bridge. So far this game has been very linear, just every now and then there's a side path with like a story thing attached to it. We have to go back for that one that I saw in the last episode. Okay, that's where we'll have to go. Wasn't there? I saw a bridge that I could kick down. Oh, from the other side though. Okay. Let's first activate this then. There's lots of stuff to explore, to see, go to. Like this is pretty clearly side path. But this leads nowhere. We'll come back here this way. So if there is a story hidden, it's on the other side. Also, I see the gate up there. The last one we have to go to. No, not the last one. And one's here. Okay, let's start by activating illusions. Can't really do the thing without activating illusions, can't we?
What is it? Align the railings. Has to align the railings. Step back, this is dangerous.
The song.
Valravn.
Valravn's song.
Wait, where's it coming from?
It's over
Where
here.
is he? It's over there.
It's over here.
Is that? It's over there. It's over there. No, it's here. There's two. Which one?
Listen, focus, listen.
It's magic. It's magic. It's an illusion. She's been in a forest like this before.
This reminds her of somewhere.
The forest.
Where? Which forest?
A forest in the wilds.
The wilds.
She left Dillian.
She went to the wilds a long time ago.
Why did she go to the wilds?
She wanted to fight her own darkness. She thought she could beat her own darkness.
Did she beat her darkness?
No.
Nearly killed
Nearly
her.
killed her, but she tried.
Druth. Druth helped her.
If it wasn't for Druth, she'd
So,
be dead.
if this was
She
open, we
can't
could
beat her own
continue
darkness.
behind it.
She wanted to marry Dillian.
She came to beat her own darkness and marry Dillian.
But it
She
didn't
thought-
work.
She thought her curse would affect him.
She thought her curse would spread to him.
Can't jump
She thought
it.
she'd
Okay.
bring the darkness to him too.
She nearly died.
And
she thought
we'll.
the curse made her tainted.
This looked so much like we would go down here. But I have to double check. Yeah, okay. Like, that's one problem with 3D puzzle games, where like, you're like in the world and having like a constricted view. You can't always see. I'm seeing what's up. Should have seen that before, that this is here. Yeah. Okay, that makes it easy. And clear which path I have to follow. We can unlock that one. Also the shortcut. Which takes a while. And that's nice. Let's continue. Shortcut acquired. Then we have this, where we can acquire another shortcut. I have no idea why I'm acquiring 2 shortcuts. I mean, maybe we'll need it at some point, but we had, at some point we acquired useless shortcuts before. There he is, they said. Now this is where we came in. And we have this side, which is a drop point. And we have this side. Uh-huh.
The Northmen say that Odin is always in search of knowledge and wisdom and magic. There was a very wise being named Mimir, who
and that's how he
guarded the
lost
waters of
his
wisdom
eye.
which flow from the roots of the world tree.
Interesting story just to it.
Odin wished to drink from this spring, but he had to pay a price. So he gouged out his own eye as offering to Mimir. He drank from the well and traded one way of seeing for another.
He could have just drank from the well before. Mimir couldn't have stopped him. Go to him. How? Whoa. Before the game was trying to... Oh. Undo what I did before. Is this the first time we do it that way? Using the same gate twice to undo something? Like to put something back there where it was before, to then use it? I think so. Problem about 3D games is always that executing puzzle solutions is taking longer than in like pure puzzle games. Like, I know the solution, but now I had to run all the way around through the arch again, and then over, and then to the next arch. What do we do with that? I don't know what we do with that. I don't see change. Oh, we remove like half of the things.
The ravens.
The ravens.
They've gone.
The ravens have gone.
No,
Half of them have gone.
they've gone. Some are still there.
But where? Some are still there. And why?
Valravn's helping. Why is he helping?
He's not helping.
It's a trick. Quiet. Try it. I can't think.
Out in the wilds, in the cold winter woods,
Where have they gone?
she no longer felt fit for this world. She almost gave in to the darkness. Almost. But she remembered Dillion's words. She remembered her promise. She resolved to fight on and kill that which had become a part of her.
I saw that. Wanted to go there. This is not a purposed drop-down location. So we have to just drop down and go along the long way, which I don't know whether it's a good idea because I don't know whether I need it or not. I don't see a reason to go to that thing, that illusion changing thing in the back, but I'll do it regardless because we might need to. There, that one I'm speaking about. Like, that's not the direction Valravn is in. And I'm not certain that it will help, but maybe it will. What are we doing with this? What are we doing with this? There are few less of those when we go through here. No? Just when we look through here. Okay. But the walking doesn't change anything. Weird. Maybe we haven't unlocked that yet? Whatever, we wanted to go to the other Valravn. For that we need to find a path to it. Let's start by going out of this. The rain. Why are they talking about the rain? Whatever, that thing has to be dropped. We have to create a bridge there, which I already see how to do. Because there's one of those things. Maybe we'll need the one that we didn't use yet last. I mean, this is pretty obvious. Oh. When did this happen? Don't do the weird stumbling thing. I hate that mechanic. There is a ladder up there. Trying to keep track of my surrounding. And I'm narrating this like a puzzle game, which is interesting. And not needed, I think. Should thread this, should... Shortcut. Come on. Up there should be pretty easy. I think we went for the harder part of the solution first. Never know.
The ravens. They've all gone.
No. There's still three.
There's three.
There's three. Where have they gone?
She did it, but what does it mean?
She's done.
Looking back, I was so naive to think she could banish it on her own. The further she saw into the darkness, the more she struggled to see anything at all. And in the gloom, the smallest hints of shape, sound, or thought grew in strength until they consumed her whole. Before she knew it, the darkness had her in its claws.
Broken. The gate is open.
Open. She did it.
There is no such thing as victory when it comes to the darkness.
Oh?
It's like it
Think
doesn't
so.
want to kill her. Yet, it will gnaw at her, biding its time. Only when she is at her weakest will it strike to kill. Will she find Dillion before her time comes?
And maybe we unlocked the last thing where we had suddenly a bridge. Maybe we unlocked that by going through the one arch that didn't seem to do anything. Oh no, we have to find him in his illusion arena? First we have to do a fight, don't we? This is a fight room. Apparently not.
Overcome Valravn's final illusion to face him in his keep. I know you can do it, Senua. You have the sight.
We both see the darkness. We can fight it together.
Go up there. Up the stairs. There's also stuff on the other side. Let's go here, this side first. This doesn't lead anywhere. So we have to do another part first. Okay, that's easy to reach for us. The other side doesn't have anything to go up. Okay, so it's pretty clear that this is our start. Don't know how we are on story blips. I mean, we can always find them on our way back to the hub. Yeah. That extends one of the routes.
Speak to me, Druth. Tell me a story.
Senua, listen. I will tell you the tale of a man called Findan. The Northmen captured Findan's sister, and his father sent him to pay for her release. But they took his gold, put him in chains, and held him for a day and a night without food or water. Then they released him. I don't know why. Upon his return, his father's enemies in Erin set fire to his home. His father burnt to death, and his brother was killed. But he escaped with sorrow in his heart. His father's enemies offered redress for his loss and invited him to a feast. It was at a hall near the sea.
Oh.
But when he went there, they betrayed him to the Northmen, who enslaved him and took him to hell. 6 years later, his slave masters landed on the shores of Orkney, burning all before them. And into that fire, Findan made his escape. What was Findan burnt away that day. But from the flames, a new man stepped forward, and Druth was born. Druth, the man that I am now.
Ooh.
And though Findan never set eyes on his dear sister again, I, Druth, have found you, Senua.
I wish you could have seen my home before these dark times.
Of course someone has to call me now. And I'm back. Can my headphones... Yeah, now it works again. Sorry. Why did we go here? After we went through that other thing did disappear, I assume. Because there's no reason to be here. We went through this to make the beam appear, but something else also changed. That's what I'm thinking. I always try to run with B. Wait, why then? This is still here. And we opened the shortcut back. Because we need to go over when the beam isn't there. Like right now. Okay. we're allowed to go down here. Good, okay. Sometimes these puzzles confuse me for no good reason. Okay, we'll get a Year of Height sequence again. If you fall here, there's no problem. Whatever. Okay, from here this should be...
No. Valravn. The seal is broken. The gate is open. It's open. She did it. She did it.
I know it from the wilds. It's coming back for me.
I'm still here. Are you too?
Yes.
Where are we? I remember.
So far I'm a lot confusing the side stories with Druth and Dillion with each other.
Well in the wilds. It never does. You think you can overcome the darkness, make sense of it, and once relief settles in, it strikes out of nowhere, throwing you helplessly back into the maelstrom, drowning the mind in fear, deeper, deeper, dragging you down so far into the void that maybe this time there is no coming back. But there, in the darkness,
Senua,
and she remembered what he told her.
hear me. Reach out to me. Senua, take my iron mirror. Look into it, for it is a window into the underworld.
We are in a word.
See the face of the darkness that you fear. And if you focus, like I have taught you to, you will also see that as much as the darkness has you trapped within its veil, it too is trapped within yours. Focus. Focus! Focus!
I see you! I see you now! You led me to the wilds! You trapped me there!
He's gone again. He's gone. Whoa.
I tried to run it instead of dodging it.
Surprise him.
What the fuck? Game. Can I press any buttons without being... Yes, of course. How do you stand up when you're knocked down? This is where I need... Ah, wrong button. Right bump. I tried left bumper again. So now I'm trying... Okay, spam every button is the answer apparently. Oh. Can you do something, Senua? I'm pressing buttons. Wrong button.
Where's he gone? He's hiding. Get out of the way!
Wow. Spam buttons. I pressed the wrong button and I pressed the wrong button again! Why do I keep messing this bullshit up? Only two? Okay. Wow.
Behind you.
Wrong button! Joe! Wow!
Behind you. He's
Why,
down.
Joe?
Finish him. Strike him.
I'm always pressing the wrong buttons. Left bumper for parry. Wow.
Defend yourself.
I pressed the dodge button. What the fuck are you doing, Senua? I don't understand. What the wrong button, Joe?
Where's he gone? He's there. No, he's there.
You can also parry him from that. Apparently. I tried it and it worked. You can't parry him from that. There's apparently also a kick button. Hey! What the fuck are you doing with my superpower?
She's beating him. She's beating him.
She's nearly there.
He had freaking godlike tracking during that. Like he was frozen in the air. And he had so much godlike tracking that I couldn't even do anything about it. And I used my fucking superpower for it. Which has charges that I have to very carefully and slowly recharge.
End it.
I pressed the button game!
You finished him.
I'm pressing the wrong button so many times that I'm very clearly aware of when I'm pressing the right button and it just doesn't work. 3 of them now.
He's a better fighter.
I did press it at the... Hey! Left is right or what? And right bumper is apparently not right bumper because I pressed it at the fucking right time. Game is
Finish this.
bullshitting me.
Don't let them get behind you. You won.
Wow. I'm so angry at the game now. Wrong button.
Focus, focus.
Wrong button.
Focus now.
Find it. It's an illusion. Where's Valravn?
I press the right button and I have to press every button at the same time now. So weird. Like there's a perfect chain of me pressing the right button and the game not working like I think it would, and then me pressing the wrong button and I'm being totally confused. It's as much my fault as the game's. No, it's more my fault. Wow. How does my muscle... Like, this game is actively fighting my muscle memory. It's so bad. Like, left bumper, right bumper.
One of the keys to the gate to Helheim.
Never
Hold
had so
it
much
in
trouble.
your mind's eye.
Here we have it.
With every battle, the darkness grows stronger. Every victory bringing her closer to defeat. Unfair, isn't it? In those dark winter nights in the wilds, there were times when she considered letting go.
So
If
can
it
I
weren't
please
for
have my
truth,
past boss...
a chance encounter in the wilds, she would not have heard his stories of the Northmen. And she would not have this chance to find Dillion's soul.
Oh, that was a chance encounter, and that got me thinking about how to go for Dillion's soul. Okay. Master of Illusion achievement. And the game saved. So I want to have my boss fight encounter talk. Great boss fight design. Like, I'm totally confusing the controls, like right bumper with left bumper all the time, because that's just a sacred thing totally burnt in my brain, that if I want to parry, I press left bumper, and if I want to attack, I press right bumper. You need to know that this is mirrored, so this is right bumper, this is left bumper. So if I want to parry, left bumper. What do I do with left bumper in this game? I charge towards an enemy, press left bumper and then X to do like a launch attack at them. By the way, we died once. I don't see a spread of darkness. Maybe it did. Yeah, it did spread a bit up the arm. When it reaches the head, we're done with. So it's like 2/5 up or something like that. By the way, I have the game difficulty on auto, which I don't know what it means. Like I don't know what that's supposed to mean. The auto difficulty, like it's not. There's normal and hard difficulty. If it automatically sets me to hard until I get slaughtered too much and then sets me to normal, maybe something like that. So we will experience that. The other problem is I press X to attack in this game. But when I want to attack, I reflexively hit the button that is attack in Dark Souls. That's right bumper. It's such a struggle. Like, and if it's really intuition-based thing where I need to decide quickly, then I press the wrong buttons from the wrong game. And that's screwing me up. Then sometimes I'm pressing the right button at the right time. Like if I have 3 enemies, I change target with the right stick and then I press right bumper to parry him. The problem is that there's like a dead zone in between where I'm not allowed to do any actions when I switch enemies. And that's screwing me up. I'm switching enemies mostly to better see what they're doing. I know that I can't parry an enemy that's behind me. I know that. But it's like a problem. And then, when I'm knocked down, normally I'd say the dodge button is the button that gets you up. I tried everything. Also, I found out that when I press B, that I'm doing a kind of kick. So now I'm thinking, we fought so many of those guys with shields that I was having trouble against, that we needed to use the right trigger power for. The button that I press when I want to do a heavy attack. But that's the button, the button for heavy attack in this game is obviously Y. Oh, it's a struggle. And they're screaming mostly because I'm afraid of completely losing the game. Of having this dark creeping all over to my face and me losing the game and losing the story. And I'm afraid of that. And that makes, there are stakes here. I can permanently lose the game, at least the game said to me that I can. I don't know if that's even true. But that's great. Dark Souls always required. Like the stakes, like there have to be stakes at losing. Many action games do that wrong. Dark Souls does it right with like the leaving your souls behind and having to get back to them, and that might be a struggle. That's great. And this game is also great with this permanent effect. But whatever, the boss fight, I didn't like that they had to send in the enemy waves in between, but they somehow had to do the illusion theme, and just having him dissolve into thin air and then right trigger to make him appear again would have been too short and too easy. So they went with the illusion scheme, and he illusioned some followers. So that was okay. I like that Valravn fight. I had a lot of fun with it. Maybe I'd love to play. I think I want to play this again when my freaking mind has sorted out and I'm not pressing the wrong buttons every time. Okay, have a nice day. See you tomorrow, where we'll first things first find that thing that we saw in the woods that we couldn't reach yet. The last background story talk, and we're going back to Helheim, to the Helheim main place where we want to open the gate to the bridge to then go to Helheim. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow.